Good afternoon. How are you? I can't keep away, can I? I'm absolutely really enjoying doing these live videos or these live stream. It just saves me so much time, and yeah, it saves me so much time. It means that I can interact with you and spend more time with you as well. So it is 3:15 on Wednesday the 17th of Jan. I've been at work this morning. You may have been with me a little bit earlier around lunchtime, where I made my lunch. Good afternoon, I have somebody with me. It's great to have you. So I was here at lunchtime and I'd made my a meal. I'd warmed up some soup, and then I also made some egg, tuna and cheese muffins, which were absolutely scrummy, yummy. Absolutely enjoyed those. So now I'm back on. I did a little bit of work this afternoon. I know, needs must, and I've got to go to work. So I did some work this afternoon, and then I was going to come back on 3. So I do apologise if you were waiting for me at 3 o'clock. But my son was here and was having a little bit of a chin wag. So now that he's left, I thought, well, I can get on and do me live. I'm back at work at 4 o'clock. So again, this is going to be a short one, but it's fine, you know. That's the beauty of these streams, is I can come on in the day and we can have a little bit of a chat. So I'm making me a coffee, and then we're going to have a little chat. I was asked another question, and I love this. I love it when you ask me questions, guys, and then I could share with you my experience and my knowledge, because if that helps you, it might not help you. And that's absolutely fine, but it might help you. But it's also good to sort of, just share ideas and that. So I'm having my coffee, and this is my Kenco Gold. And I've only recently started drinking coffee. I used to drink coffee a lot when I was younger. And then for years I didn't drink coffee, didn't drink it. But it's only in the last 2 years that I've started drinking coffee again. Well, maybe even the last 18 months. And because I stopped having a break from coffee, I really start enjoying it when I've started having it again. So I'll just take my coffee black. There's no milk, no sugar, just black coffee. Love the smell of it. And at the moment I'm using this Kenco one. And I am going to have a little snack. I'm going to have these Snacker Jacks. These are the cheeky chocolate chip Snacker Jacks. And on the Weight Watchers plan, they're 3 points per biscuit. And they're huge. Look at that. Look at that. They're huge. Let me show you my hand. They're huge. So it's like a rice cake, and it's got little chocolate chips in. And it's lovely. 3 points. And sometimes I will have it with a little bit of cheese, or even Philadelphia, spread a little bit of Philadelphia or a bit of cheese spread on there for that extra little bit of protein. I'm just going to dip my camera ever so slightly. There we go. There it goes. Because I'm going to sit down. Yeah, I'm getting old, and the legs are tired. So I'm going to have a little sit down. There we go. Oh, let me just dip it a bit more. So, guys, we're talking about weight loss journey. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, we're talking about weight loss journey and exercise. And I'd love to know, is exercise... Hi, Kaz. You do look old. Oh, thank you. But my joints definitely feel it. They definitely feel it. So I'd love to know, what do you do, Kaz? Are you into exercise? Do you feel that exercise is an important part of your weight loss journey? Do you feel that it's essential on the weight loss journey? I'd love to know. I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think? Yeah, share with me. Let me know. I'm having this Snacker Jack It's really nice, really tasty, chocolate one. So somebody asked me this question the other day. I thought I would just talk about it because, guys, if you've not noticed, oh, you have the chive ones. Yeah, you have the chive ones. Oh, they are. Do you know what? I love the chive ones, the chocolate ones. They do a caramel one, but my favourite is the salt and vinegar one. Love those. So somebody asked me the other day, because I don't know if you know, guys, I'm sure I've not mentioned it before, or I'm sure I've not mentioned it for a long time, but I have lost 114 pounds. Oh, hello, Frugal Mama. Lovely to see you again. And Kaz, yeah, you've got some health challenges. Same here. So I don't know if you know, guys, but I've lost 114 pounds. Yeah, I was a bit of a chunk. And I've lost 114 pounds in English money. That's just over 8 stone. And when I look at pictures of myself, I don't even recognise myself. I've come down from a size 26 at my biggest to now between a 10 and a 14, depending on laughing at the chunk. Yeah, I was a bit of a chunk. Yeah. And I've come down to now about a 10 to a 14. And I feel amazing for having had the weight loss. But one of the questions I get asked a lot is, do I exercise? Do you have pics of? Yeah. So on my videos, if you have a look on my videos, the last couple of videos, I do have some pictures. All my pictures are on my phone at the moment, or they're in my Facebook group. If you're on my Facebook group, which is Time Out with Angela in brackets group, there are some pictures there, and I include some of them on my videos, and I'm going to try and put some on my community page. I've never used my community page before here on here on YouTube, so I'm going to try and include some pictures there. But yeah, sometimes I don't even recognize myself. Yeah. So somebody asked me the other day, do I exercise, and how important is exercise for my weight loss journey? Well, guys, if you're not subscribed to Frugal Mama, check her out. Check out her YouTube page. She's got a fantastic page, and Frugal Mama's transformation is so inspirational, and she uses a lot of workouts, and I used to join some of Frugal Mama's workout. I'm not sure if it's Frugal Mama or Frugal Mama with boys, because that's what it used to be, Frugal Mama with boys. So do let me know. But I used to do some of her home workouts, and she'd be at home and she would do her warm-ups, then she'd be doing her weights or resistant bands, and she was every day, and she would do them as lives. That was what I loved about it, and I used to do some of her lives along with her, and her transformation is stunning, absolutely stunning. And you should see her abs are killer abs. So do check it out. And she doesn't follow and correct me if I'm wrong, Frugal Mama, but she doesn't follow like Weight Watchers or Slimming World or anything like that. She just eats clean. She just manages what she eats, manages the portions, and she works out. And beautiful transformation. So, I was asked this question, where does exercise fit in for you? Because, everybody's body is different. Some people take an approach where activity is really, really important for them. The traveling tourist, hello, my lovely. And yeah, join my Facebook group, or check out some of my other videos, because I have put some in there. So for some people, exercise is key to them. They love exercise. They are out walking, they're out running, they're into the gym, they're into Pilates, they're into swimming. And that for them is really, really an important part of the journey. And I have to say that those people who are into exercise, they tend to have a slightly different body shape and tone to those who lose weight and is not so much keen on the activity. I'm a strong believer, a very strong believer, that weight loss is 80% what we eat. Okay? Weight loss is 80% what we eat. And I think there's a lot of science that bears that out. Is that when we eat, that's where weight loss comes. And when we're active, when we work out and we're active, that contributes a lot in terms of, it makes us feel good, it makes us feel better, we feel stronger, we feel motivated, we feel energized. It helps with that positive mindset. And then all of that then helps us to make positive food choices. Okay, I'm a firm believer on that, and there might be people who disagree with me on that, and that's absolutely fine. But you know, for my training in my day job, that's what, and the science, that's what I'm left to believe. However, I do notice that there is a difference in body shape and tone to those who do lose weight and exercise and those who don't. So I've noticed that for those who lose a lot of weight, it may show on the scale, but they may not have the shape and the physique. Although the weight loss, they've lost a lot of weight, and they may end up with a lot of loose skin. Whereas those who lose weight and work out consistency, they tend to be a lot slender, a lot more shapely, a lot leaner. And that is just my personal observation. And when I was working out, now I am a fair weather person. I'm fair weather in all sorts of things. Let me quickly add to that. Come the winter, I ain't stepping out my house. I had to step out the house today I had to go down the shop to post a letter, and then I had to bring the bins in, and I was like, I do not like this. Honestly, I don't like it. So going out for a walk ain't happening. I'm sorry, it ain't happening, right? I'm like, why would I want to go out for a walk? You know, it's freezing cold out there, and it ain't happening. But in the summer, I'm a different creature. I'm always like a different person. In the summer, I'm up at the crack of dawn, and I'm in that gym. Last summer, I was in the gym most mornings, doing what I could in the gym. And then in the day, when the sun's out, I'm in the garden, I'm pottering around in the garden. I'll be going out for walks. I have more days out, I'm walking. You know, I'm doing a lot more in the summer. So that's just me and my pattern. And I've noticed that in the summer, on my days, my body was, felt like Superwoman. My body, my muscles in my arms were really strong. I felt I had this tiny, tiny little waist. I say tiny by my standards. Tiny, you know, a size 26 is not tiny by any stretch of the imagination. But to what I am now, tiny. But if you'd never met me before, you would say, oh, you know, she's got, you know, she could do with losing a couple of stone, and that would be absolutely fair. But if you knew me when I was at my biggest, you'd say I was tiny. In fact, somebody called me petite the other day, and I was like, I'll have that. I've never been called petite in my life. I've been called lots of things, but never petite. But so I'll have that. I'll take that. But in the summer, my body is completely different. My legs are toned, my core is a lot tighter, my waist is trimmer. I just feel amazing, and I get these compliments about how sleek and slim I look in the summer. Yeah, yeah. But in the winter, I've not been exercising. I'm still losing weight. I mean, I lost 2 pounds in December over Christmas. I'm still losing weight, but I don't feel as toned as I did in the summer. I feel like jelly on the plate. Let's be honest. I feel like jelly on the plate. And I'm sure I kind of look like a bit of jelly on the plate too. So, I have noticed in myself that I could still lose weight without exercising. Absolutely, because as I said, weight loss for me is about 80% what I eat. So I'm still losing weight, but I'm not as toned. My body is just not as tight. I don't feel as fit, and I certainly don't feel as strong as when I was working out in the summer. So yeah, weight loss can definitely come without exercising, in my opinion. But when we do exercise, it just adds that little bit extra in terms of toning the body, feeling stronger, leaner, and more energized. So my plan is I'm not going to push it because, I do struggle in the winter with the colder months. So I'm just going to do what I can. And I keep thinking about doing some YouTube videos or getting my weights out and doing that. But the reality is it doesn't happen. So I'm not going to worry about things that might never happen. I'm just putting my energies into my food and eating well. And then when the summer comes, then I'm going to step up my activity. But remember that, guys, there's loads of people that can't exercise, that are not active for all sorts of reasons. It may be that they have physical impairments or visual impairments. I know a lot of us suffer with, Kaz, you were saying you suffer with fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis. All of these conditions can limit what we can do. I know people who are wheelchair users, and them doing activity, it's very unlikely. So it's just doing what we can do, but it's what we eat. What we eat makes up 80% of weight loss, and that's just a general thing. But talking about what we eat, she says she's going to stuff a Cracker Jack down the hatch. I was having this conversation with somebody this afternoon, and we were talking about, somebody had started this conversation saying that they were no longer going for the low-fat foods or the low-sugar foods, and they found that going for the full-fat or the regular, they found was working for them. It was better for them. And you know what? And I totally support that. And yeah, I'm on that trajectory as well. I'm on that journey of eating clean and getting rid of as much ultra processed food, she says, as she's having a Stacker Jack, getting rid of ultra processed foods. Okay, I'm not 100% perfect. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect at all. So I do still have some every now and again, but nowhere near as much as I used to. And it was a really interesting conversation because we were saying that for every food that is made as low fat or low sugar or reduced fat or reduced sugar, something like that, something else has got to be added. And usually they take out an element out of foods, and it's packed with usually cheap ingredients, usually chemicals, and preservatives, and usually things to make it look good and also to taste good. And I was having this conversation with somebody, you know, through after work, and you know, I was saying that they were saying that they want to start eating clean, and they want to reduce a lot of the processed foods that, you know, companies are selling to us, and they want to go back to eating whole foods and where they can cooking from scratch. And I was like, you know what, that is very much a journey that I'm on, is to have those foods that can really support good health. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love Weight Watchers. I love the Weight Watchers plan. And if it wasn't for the Weight Watchers plan, I wouldn't have lost 114 pounds. So they've really helped me. But one of the things that I really wish, back in the day when I started Weight Watchers back in the 80s, and I joined them 36 years ago. Excuse me for munching. I know it's really bad manners, do apologise. When I joined Weight Watchers back in the 36 years ago in the 80s, they were very strict, and there was a lot of guidance around what you could eat and what you couldn't eat. And it was things like, you know, you'd have to have liver at least once a week. You had to have liver and onions, grapefruits, eggs, like poached eggs or boiled eggs. It was very strict. And, you know, and Weight Watchers has moved away from that. And I get that, you know, not everybody don't like liver. And it was very limiting. It was very restrictive and very limiting. And I get that. But I almost feel that they've gone way too far the other end to say nothing is off the table. And yeah, liver, you had to have liver back in the day. You had to have it. It was on, you know, you had to have it. But I almost feel that they have gone too far the other way. And we were having this conversation, and I was really pleased that my colleague felt like this as well, and I wasn't alone. And I was saying that I feel that we've gone too far. And to say that absolutely nothing is off the table, whilst I understand why they do that, because then it allows for us to have the cultural foods that we want, to take responsibility for the things that we want. It also is a great massive hole for danger. Sorry, I can't quite see your messages, and the messages go really quickly off the screen as well. I do apologise. I'm going to get my laptop set up so I can do my lives from my laptop. I need a special camera. I need a new camera on it, and then that way I can see and read your messages. But they're coming up on the screen, and after about 10 seconds they disappear off my phone. But I almost feel that Weight Watchers has gone too far the other way to say absolutely nothing is off the table. And I understand on one level why they say that, because they don't want to be prescriptive, and it allows that we're all different, we all like different foods, and you know, this, you know, it allows, like for me, my cultural food to come in. But that being said, I just feel that it's gone so far the other way, it's almost too unstructured. And if I was in charge of Weight Watchers, there's two things I would do. One, I would get rid of those labels that says breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks, because that assumes that everybody has 3 meals and a snack. And if that's not your lifestyle, you can almost feel like you're doing something wrong by not having those 3 meals and a snack. So I would get rid of that, and I would label it as meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, meal 5, meal 6. Because some people, for example, if you're diabetic, my doctor advised me, don't have 3 meals, have 6 small meals a day. Okay, there's no way to fit that into that Weight Watchers structure. Some people might choose, and now I'm gone the other way. I practice intermittent fasting, so now 2 meals are often sufficient for me. But then if I was to track that, I'd feel like, well, I'm missing a meal, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. So I would get rid of that structure. And some people may still be on the Weight Watchers plan and be doing OMAD. They might be doing 1 meal a day. You know, that might work for them. Or some people might choose to have 4 meals or 5 meals. So I would get rid of those labels, which is very, you know, very rigid. And yeah, you know, I would definitely get rid of that. And I would just have meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you could then put in whatever you wanted at whatever time of the day you wanted, and call it whatever it is that you want. So I'd give that flexibility to the app. And then the other thing that I would do if I was, you know, in charge of Weight Watchers, which I'm not, but if I was, I would say, yes, whilst nothing is off the table, here's more structure, and here is what we want to guide you towards around nutrition. These are the levels of protein that you need for your height and weight, your age and gender. This is the amount of fiber that you should be having, and these are some of the meal suggestions for it. These are the macronutrients that you need for your body: the magnesium, the chromium, the tryptophan, the selenium, the phosphorus. These are the things that you need for your body, and these are the food groups that you can get it from. I would love to see more guidance towards whole foods and nutritious foods, because without that, I could say, for example, these Snacker Jacks are 3 points per portion. Okay, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I could say, do you know what? I'm going to use my 23 points a day eating 7 of these. And I'll still have 2 points left over. So I'll have 2 boiled eggs for 0 and a salad for 0. And maybe a piece of chicken breast for 0. And then I'll have some veggies and a bit of gravy. Will I lose weight? Absolutely. I'll absolutely lose weight eating 7 of these and some 0s. Will I lose weight long term? Definitely not. Will I gain weight? Probably. Will I be healthy? Hell no. So I really feel that we need more guidance around the type of foods that we have. Years ago, and you know, it was funny because, you know, me and my colleague, we both had this conversation and this experience. Years ago, I remember being about 20 and saying, right, I'm going to have three, back in the day when it was all calories, and I'd worked out I needed 1,200 calories to lose weight. And I was like, oh, you know what? That means I can have 3 Mars bars, 2 Mars bars and a marathon, as it was called back then. 2 Mars bars and a Snicker or marathon. That would bring me up to me 1,200 points. Would I lose weight? Yeah. Would I be healthy? Hell no. Would I gain weight? Yeah. And you know, and it's easy to see these behaviors, because I often hear people say, what's the best pointed, low pointed this or that? And it's still that mindset. It's still that mindset. Let's go for the lowest point biscuit or chocolate bar, or the lowest point yogurt or something like that. It might be low point, but is it any good for us? Is it nutritionally good for us? Has it got nutrients that's going to support our bodies? And for me, the danger is we can get into that mindset, and in my opinion, that is still a diet mindset, when we're still looking for the lowest point this and that, because the lowest point this or that often means that goodness has been taken out of stuff and it's been packed full with chemicals. There's an acronym called CRAP, C-R-A-P. Not being rude, I'm not being cheeky. There's an acronym called CRAP, okay? And the C is C-R-A-P, CRAP. And C stands for carbonated drinks. The R refers to refined sugars. The A stands for additives. And the P stands for processed foods. And that means that adds up to crap. C-R-A-P. And there is a lot of crap in food and in those low pointed foods. So on my journey, well, before I say that, so when we say there's nothing is off the menu, it's easy then to start going for the crap, the low pointed products with the carbonated things, the refined sugars, the additives and the processed things. And we will still lose weight short term, but it's not going to make us healthy. And it depends what you want to go for, whether you want to go for healthy, sustainable weight loss or weight loss that's going to make you ill. And, you know, only you can make that decision. So, you know, on my journey, and, you know, everybody's free to do what they want to do. You know, as I said yesterday, what I share with you here is for entertainment purposes. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a scientist, a nutritionist, a dietitian. No, I'm none of those things. This channel is purely entertainment, and I'll share with you what works for me. So, you know, and you don't have to listen to me either. Thank you for being here, but you don't have to listen to me. But what has worked on my journey is cutting out 80% of the crap. And yeah, this is crap. This is crap. You know, but I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest. I'm not perfect. You know, I still like a little bit of crap because it tastes good. It tastes good. But, and you saw my meals. If you were with me today at lunchtime, you saw I had my soup and my egg muffins. That's not crap. That's good, wholesome, nutritious food. And you saw me yesterday morning making my first meal of the day with the oats and the nuts and the seeds. That's not crap. That's good, nutritious, wholesome food. So on my journey, that is what supports me. That's what supports me, especially with having health conditions, getting rid of the crap, you know, getting rid of those, you know, those products that tell you you'll be skinny. You know, the skinny products, you know, you'll be skinny if you eat the syrups and the, you know, the bars and all of that crap, you know. And I try and make my own or have less of them, but just go more towards whole foods. And when I go for whole foods, not only am I losing weight, but I'm getting healthier as well, healthier. Minus the joints. Not a lot I can do about, well, you know, the joints are bad, you know, but things like my glucose levels under control, really well controlled now, you know, the high blood pressure, really well controlled, cholesterol, brilliant, you know, all of those metrics, because I'm looking after myself, you know, and eating really well. And that is what sustains healthy weight loss, in my opinion. And that is what helps us to lose weight steadily, but also, you know, there's this, I've got to wrap this up really quickly because I've got to be back at work in like 11 minutes. So now, you know, at the moment, and I'm going to do another live because I want to talk about the topic of those weight loss drugs such as Ozempic, etc. And I saw a comment the other day about a celebrity, and they were talking, I'm just going to say it, you know, I'm a tiny channel, nobody's going to come for me. Nobody knows I exist, apart from you lovely people. There's been a lot of talk about Sharon Osbourne and how she's had used the GLP-1 medication. And I'm like, do you know what? Good for her. If that's what she needed, and that, you know, was what she needed in her life at the time, good for her. I've got no qualms whatsoever over people using weight loss medication, having bariatric surgery, nothing like that. Because let me tell you, it's hard being overweight. It's tough being overweight. It's hard being sick. So if somebody chooses to use unconventional methods to help them lose weight, I'm like, good for you, right? But the reason I mention it is because I saw a post and people were making some really vile comments about Sharon Osbourne, saying, you know, that she didn't look good. And I thought to myself, do you know what? Let's not forget the woman is in her 70s. She's in her 70s and she looks bloody marvellous for a 70-year-old woman. She looks amazing. But the reason I mention it is there's this thing called Ozempic face, where people are saying that, and even in the medical profession, they're saying when you are on that drug and you lose weight, your face becomes really gaunt and your skin starts to sag, your eyes start to droop, and you get all these unpleasant side effects. And you know me, guys, I'm a thinker. I don't take anything for face value. And I started to think, is that because of the drug or is that because of weight loss? Because when you lose weight, your face, I mean, look at me. I've got cheekbones. I've never ever had cheekbones before. My face was always really round and full. I've got cheekbones. I've got a chin. You know, I've got a neckline. Yeah, I've got a neck. Before I was like all like that. You know, I've got a neck. Right. So this was what happens when you lose weight. Okay, this is what happens when you lose weight. But the other thing I wanted to say is that when you losing weight and you are not nourishing your body with good quality food, it doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good. You could be as thin as you want to be, as slim as you want to be, and have the scale say what you want it to say. If you're not nourishing your body with those healthy fats, those healthy oils, with the protein, with those complex carbs, if you're not drinking the water, if you're not sleeping well, then it's going to show. It's going to show, you know? So, yeah, you know, it's not just about the weight loss. It's also about how we look after ourselves, you know, and that ultimately is about getting that nutrition in that is going to really support our bodies, really support it. Guys, I could talk for ages. You know, there's so much more I want to say, but I'm going to come back. I've got to end it here because I'm at work in 7 minutes. But I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. And I have a lot more time in the day. So we can talk a bit more about this, about weight loss medications, weight loss interventions, and also food that is going to keep us looking good when we lose weight. Because I know for me, I've always said I don't want to lose weight and look sick or look ill. I want to lose weight and I want to look my absolute best. And for me, that's about getting that nutrition in, getting those healthy fats in, you know, doing all the things that's going to support a healthy body. Anyway, guys, my coffee's gone cold. I spilled half of it on there, right? I'm going to drink this up, get back to work, and I'll see you soon. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, because when I do jump on a live, you'll be the first to know. You can come and join me. And also, feel free to, when this video ends, watch it right from the beginning. That would really support me. And also, jump in and look at the playlist and watch another live and watch more videos. Yeah, that would really support me, guys. Anyway, whatever you're doing today, for the rest of the day, have a wonderful day. And remember, healthy looks amazing on you. Really does. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.